Welcome to the Boxing Talk Show. Fair but firm. With the Hall of Fame boxing referee. I'm Joe Cortez. And co-host John Zamel for all of Las Vegas. Come on, guys. Let's touch them up. Street fight. I'm Joe Cortez. Fair but firm.
Hello and welcome to the Fair but Firm show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. And of course, now they call it the Sports Boxing Hall of Fame, boxing sports entertainment of the world. I mean, it is just everything you can say about boxing. I mean, yesterday we were at a meeting at the one of the colleges here in Vegas, and they're saying that Vegas is not only the entertainment capital of the world, but now it's the sports capital of the world.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of things are going on. So I think that it's good for boxing. It's good for the entertainment world. And, of course, you know, we have our show that's being transmitted here in Las Vegas, and we also have it on Facebook. We have it with thousands and hopefully millions of people around the world be listening to our show and watching our show on the Fair but Firm show. It's just so much fun. It's such an honor having listeners out there and viewers tuning into what we got to talk about, especially John Zimmel, my co-host here.
Absolutely.
We'll talk a lot today about the big fight that fans been waiting for a while, and that's Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence Jr.
I feel it, man. I feel this energy. We only get it before big fights. You know, we do this show twice a week. We do this show once a week, and, you know, we obviously have our other show. But when you have these butterflies, this kind of energy, this feeling, it's only before these big fights, and this is definitely one of them, man.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, talking about these fighters coming up in weight, and there's a lot of concern about Mikey Garcia moving up to 147, jumping 2 weight classes to fight one of the pound for pound in boxing, Errol Spence Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, we know he's one of the better ones out there. They call him the boogeyman in the welterweight division, but he's undefeated, and they're both coming with great records. I mean, Errol Spence with 24-0 with 21 big knockouts, and Mikey Garcia with 39-0 with 30 big knockouts. So these guys. And what I like about this fight, John, is that these are two fighters that are undefeated. Mm-hmm. They're in their prime.
Yeah, how often do you get this ever in boxing? Ever.
And that's why this fight is a pay-per-view event.
Two top 10 pound-for-pound fighters in their prime fighting each other. We haven't seen that in, years. Since the days that you always talk about. We never see that these days, man.
Well, sometimes these promoters, they're looking to protect their fighters, so they don't want to put him in against the best.
Exactly.
We'll put him in against a number 7, number 8, a guy that puts up a good fight, but not that could take the championship from their fighter. But tonight's fights, somebody's always got to go.
Agreed. To that point, let me ask you, because there's been a lot of attention on Mikey Garcia, obviously for good reason. He's going up 2 weight classes to fight a guy. Very seldom do you ever see a guy in the top 5 for 5 go up, or top 5 pound for pound, go up 2 weight classes to fight another guy, another champion. It's just incredible to watch. Obviously, he's getting a lot of credit for this, but do you think Errol Spence is getting enough credit? He's fighting a top 5 pound for pound guy, and people really don't, I know that the guy's smaller, but should you think Errol Spence should be getting more credit for taking this fight?
Well, he should be he should be giving more credit, but, he's not really, he may be taking this fight too lightly. He may think like,
kind of seems like it,
this guy is coming up from a lightweight to fighting me at a welterweight. I hope it has not gone to his head where he thinks he's the best at 147 pounds just because people say pound for pound. And if it goes to his head, he may be in for a big surprise tonight. We're going to have on the show what you listeners to and viewers out there today we're going to have 2 guests on the show. They're going to be a Michael Carbajal, former Olympic champion and world mini flyweight champion, and we're going to have also Alfredo Barrios from ESPN. He's one of the experts in the sport of boxing as well. So we're going to have them talking on the show in the second half. But I want you guys.
I'm excited.
I want you guys to understand that this is going to be very interesting because you're going to have people who are going to be giving their opinion about tonight's fight. Mm-hmm. Who's going to be who will be superior in this fight tonight. I think that Mikey Garcia, with my experience in boxing as a referee, I've refereed Mikey back in the early part of his career.
Yeah.
But I remember
before the layoff.
Yeah, I remember the Mikey Garcia is a fighter that doesn't have long arms, and so he has adjusted his style to his body.
Really short reach.
So he got short arms. So what do you do when you have the short arms? You size your man down with short, crisp punches, and that's what Mikey has. He has great defense.
Yeah, fundamentally, and Errol
Spence is going to have He's taller, longer arms, so he's going to be wider punches, and that's where Mikey Garcia is going to capitalize. Going to be staying in close. He may not be the aggressor throughout the fight, but he'll capitalize on his with his height that he had. I'm talking about Mikey Garcia. Not that he's a tall. Sometimes you say the taller guy got the height, got the reach advantage. Yeah. But this is, I put a reverse on this. I say that Mikey, because he's has a short arm, he's the short of the two. He's going to use his style. He's a real well-polished fighter who's been champion in 3 weight classes, undisputed champion.
4 weight classes.
4 weight classes, and has not been beaten by anyone. I can't remember him taking any poundings for any of his fights that he's been in. He's been there with the best.
That's why he wants to fight Errol. I mean, that's crazy. He literally has fought 39 fights and never felt tested. Yeah, that's why he's like, you know what? What do I got to do? I mean, he's going to end up fighting Anthony Joshua.
Well, listen, you know what? He got 30 big knockouts. But let's go back a little bit. Let's go talk about Manny Pacquiao. I remember refereeing Manny Pacquiao at 118 pounds. He ended up winning 8 different divisions, going up to becoming the super welterweight, 154-pound champion. I mean, so come on. If Manny Pacquiao, and today he's still the welterweight champion of the world. Today, I mean, so if he did it, why can't Mikey Garcia?
Exactly. I mean, well, that's like, and Manny Pacquiao is different from anybody, but it is true. I mean, we've seen it done. I have a question that I don't think is talked about very often. Mikey Garcia, before his layoff, before he took the 2 years off, he was he was obviously undefeated and unbeatable, but at the same time, the whole MO on him was that he wasn't a guy who loved fighting, and he admits that. He didn't love to be a fighter. He didn't love to be to be a boxer, and now, after coming back 2 years later, he's literally going up 2 weight classes, risking his life and legacy what do you attribute that different change in attitude to?
Well, I think that
you ever seen anything like that? Because he says while he was on his layoff, even though he didn't really love boxing that much, it was just a way to make money. And then while he was on his layoff, he just got this hunger for it and just wanted to go out there and be an all-time great.
Well, he wanted to show the world that the layoff was not, I don't think it was his doing.
It was a promotional thing.
A promotional thing, so that's why I think he was laid off. But he was really hungry. He came back to show the world, you know what? They were messing around with my career, but I'm going to show the world that I am the best out there.
I think that's the fuel.
And I want to fight the best. And that's why he said, you know what? I'm going after Errol Spence Jr.
I love that.
Who you guys consider the best in boxing. I'm going to show you. If you consider him the best in boxing, when I whip his butt in the ring tonight, who are you going to consider the best in boxing?
Exactly, man. I love that.
So that's why... That's what all about boxing. This sport, it can be sometimes a business as far as all this money that's going
politics
back and forth.
Everything else,
but Mikey is not about that. Mikey's about being the best in the ring.
Best in between those ropes, man. I love that. No question.
Yeah. So I feel that that tonight's fight is going to be exciting, but having Michael Carbajal, one of the Olympic and world champion on the line.
Yes, he's a great guest.
We're going to come after a commercial. We'll have him on there so that we can talk with him and Fredo Barrios from ESPN, get their point of view. But let's talk about the 147-pound division. We know it's a hotbed of boxing.
Yeah, we just saw another championship fight in that weight class last week.
Yeah, that's Sean Porter against Yordenis Ugas, and I wanted to know your opinion on that, because I know we talked about Sean Porter fighting a certain style last week, which is a style that even some of the fighters I spoke to after that said, Joe, we were so surprised to see Sean Porter fight the fight that he fought, because
he's been so successful being a mauler, getting in there and making things messy, and now he wants to fight from the outside against a Cuban. I don't get it, but
and not only that, but I mean he's trying to box from the outside with a guy that got all this height and reach against you. Why we
was a better technical fighter?
He should have been like a little pit bull in there, like he normally fight with, like when he fought Keith Thurman
or Danny Garcia.
I mean, he was the aggressor. And he performed so much better. He looked so
like
much,
you said, Pitbull.
Yeah. And a lot of fans thought that he didn't win the fight just because he was not the aggressor. And I'll tell you right now, in boxing, the judges will look at the fight and say, well, the fighter that was the aggressor, and even though you were not connecting, close round, they kind of go towards the fighter who was the aggressor.
We see that a lot. Yeah.
Hey, fans, we're going to come back on with the Alfredo Barrios from ESPN. Then we're going to come on with Michael Carbajal, but we'll do that right after this commercial. Don't go away. Okay, welcome to the Fair but Firm Show here with Joe Cortez and my co-host John Zimmel.
Yes, sir.
And as promised to you guys, we have some guests on the show today, and we have one of the great ones, one of the boxing analysts, sports historians. Alfredo Berrios from ESPN. Hello, Alfredo.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
Everything's good.
Thanks for inviting me to your show.
Very good. I wanted to invite you on the show today because I know that your knowledge and wisdom on boxing, you're a big fan, a big follower of the sport. We've been talking about Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia for a while about this big fight coming up. And here we are upon us today. We have this fight on pay-per-view. And Mikey Garcia, a lot of the fans are thinking that because he doesn't have the height, he doesn't have the reach, that Errol Spence is the favorite. Now, what's your take on this fight tonight? How do you see this fight?
Well, if I was a betting man, my heart is with Mikey, my money would be with Errol.
Okay.
And the reason is simple. I think Mikey has all the tools to beat Errol Spence. But we haven't seen him fight in 147.
Yeah.
He's done 2 fights at 140 pounds, one with Sergey Lipinets,
right,
and the other one was Adrian Boner. Even though he floored Lipinets, he couldn't.
Yes, he did.
Couldn't knock down Boner. But now he's facing a natural 147 guy, a natural welterweight in Errol Spence. I think it's going to be a great fight, no matter what. And if I agree with you. He's gonna beat him by decision, maybe split. But we just got to see because the other thing is that Errol Spence is a great fighter, but he hasn't fought anyone except Kell Brook. Many big names except Kell Brook. He knocked out Ocampo in the first round in his last fight.
Yeah,
and then he beat up Lamont Peterson, who's we gotta admit it. I don't know if you agree with me. It was not the Lamont Peterson of old.
Agreed.
Right. Now, I'll tell you, Alfredo, me being an ex-fighter and being a boxing analyst for so many years, watching the fight game and watching these fighters, the styles, styles makes fights, and I think that Errol Spence is definitely a good fighter, considered pound for pound one of the best out there in boxing. But Mikey Garcia reminds me a lot of Manny Pacquiao. I remember refereeing Manny Pacquiao when he won his first world championship at 118 pounds. And unbelievably, he has come up to be the best, and one of the great ones, definitely Hall of Famer in boxing, because, he went up from 118 to become the 154-pound champion. And I see Manny Pacquiao doing that. I think Mikey Garcia can do it just as well.
And I think that in Manny's case, and I don't know if you would agree with me, Manny had when he was in his prime, going up in weight, he had a great advantage in his speed.
Yes.
Mikey has been a puncher on the 3 of the categories that he won: featherweight, super featherweight, and lightweight. But and he's a great fighter. He's a great technician.
Yes, he is.
But I don't know how he can counter Errol Spence being a bigger fighter, and how his speed is gonna be, because it's totally different. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, what happens, Alfredo? I feel that Mikey Garcia with the shorter arms, and he gonna throw more accurate punches, whereas Errol Spence is gonna be throwing more wider punches because he has the height of those long arms, and Mikey Garcia going to be in the pocket. He's going to be in close. He's going to be throwing good punches, short inside, crisp punches, inside sharp. That's why Mikey Garcia has such a good knockout ratio, because those short punches are the ones that really hurt the most compared to the long ones. By the time the long ones reach the target, a lot of power is gone. Not taking nothing away from Errol Spence, who has 21 knockouts as well on his record. But I think that Mikey Garcia, he's going to take advantage of him being the shorter of the two, throwing some good short punches inside, working the liver. But when Errol Spence are throwing the right hook, Mikey going to dip to his left and counter with a good punch right into the liver, with a good body punch. I can see that happening. Straight right hand to the body, short left hook to the liver, and then double that left hook with another left hook to the head. It's going to be interesting to see Mikey Garcia, how he's going to use his experience and his strategy in outdoing Errol Spence Jr. today.
Yeah, one thing that we have to watch on this fight, and I don't know if you would agree with me, is how Mikey can avoid or counter or take down Errol Spence's jab.
Yes.
Well,
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough. It's going to be tough for both fighters.
Yeah, Errol's going to lead behind that jab, and Mikey's going to have to find that right cross to counter it. Otherwise, it's going to be a shorter night.
I can see Mikey Garcia, counter-punching Errol Spence all night long.
Yes.
Then Errol Spence, when he sees that he's going to be kind of getting hit with those punches, it's going to stop him from throwing punches because people say, it's just like last week, Fredo. Sean Porter fought a terrible fight against, come on. With Ugas. Why did Sean Porter fight the fight that he fought? He was running all night long trying to box from the outside. That's not his style. And then what happens is sometimes you feel that power punching of your opponent, you got to go to plan B. You change your style. You got to go the other way. They say, well, let me try something different. Maybe he won't hit me as much if I'm from the outside. You see, so it made Sean Porter look bad, even though he got the decision. But a lot of experts and a lot of fans out there thought otherwise.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you agree with me. This will be a totally different fight. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a great fight, no matter what.
Yeah,
no matter what they would do.
This fight has the potential to be fight of the year. And if it's that kind of a fight, and I'm also looking forward to the Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs fight. Oh, yeah. And maybe that's going to be also an interesting fight. That's coming up right around the corner. May 4th here in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena.
Right. We have the Conn Crawford fight even before that, and that's a great card on that fight.
Yeah, Conn Crawford. Yeah, that could be undercard, good undercard. Could have good fights coming up. And I'm glad that I'm here in Las Vegas. I'll be able to see that fight here at ringside to be able to say, wow, I was there. I saw these great fights taking place.
Yeah, you said it. It's a week after the first third of the year. We're going to have a lot of good fights coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Canelo Jacobs. We're going to have the Crawford Ken, which I think is going to be a very good fight.
Yeah, me too. Entertaining.
No matter what to say. And then Mikey and Spence. And the undercard is not that bad. It has Luis Neri also in the card, who's gonna fight my Joe Arroyo, and then David Benavidez is coming back.
Yeah, he'll fight Jay Leon.
They're going to be great fight about it. Alfredo, well, thank you so much for being on the show, giving your opinion.
Thanks, Alfredo.
Your opinion on tonight's fights, outlook, and it's going to be a good fight. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon, bro. Thanks a lot.
Take care, my friend.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Always love having Alfredo on.
Yeah, no, Alfredo is an expert on this, and I think that boxing is going to be really in the eyes of the ears of so many. We're going to have another champion on the line coming up. We are going to do it. We're going to have the former world champion Michael Carbajal coming on. I don't know if he's on the line right now or not. I'm trying to get my signal from my engineer here to see if Michael Carbajal is on the line, because he's supposed to be coming on next right after Alfredo. So hopefully we can talk. He has his opinion when it comes to boxing. Michael Carbajal was really an Olympic champion. Mm-hmm. Watch it. He was not. He was a silver medalist in the Olympics.
That counts, man. Yeah, right? A medal's a medal, right?
Yeah, a medal. You know what?
Shakur Stevens is a medalist. I mean, there's a lot of medals.
I have a medal on my lapel here, but that doesn't mean nothing.
No, that's not the same.
Yeah.
No, it does. It means something, but it's not an Olympic medal. Yeah. But you know what they say. I mean, the medal's a medal. Let's expand a little bit on what Alfredo was talking about. I think the first 3 rounds here are going to really be telling. Just seeing how Mikey's able to mitigate Errol Spence's jab, I think will tell us how the rest of the fight's going to go. Because if he lets himself keep getting walked down by that jab and isn't able to counter, it's going to be a short night for him. If he doesn't, then he's able to win this fight. I mean, that's really the big thing.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. I mean, tonight is a big night of fight. I mean, the fans are going to get their money's worth. This fight going to be on pay-per-view. But I can tell you one thing, is that we're going to really enjoy this fight. We're going to have some experts on the line talking about it. We're going to have a Michael Carbajal, former Olympic champion, former world champion. And as a matter of fact, he feels that tonight's fight is going to be very exciting. We have Michael Carbajal on the line. Hello, Michael.
How you doing?
All right, champ. It's always an honor talking to you. You know, you're always been one of my favorite champions of all times, you know.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I mean, everybody will say, you know, Michael Carbajal is a small guy. He's small, whatnot, but you know what? He got the biggest heart in the world and had one of the biggest punches in boxing. So I take our hat off to you for your skills and you being a champion, not only inside the ring, but outside the ring as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, Michael, tonight's fight, we have Mikey Garcia going up in two weight classes to fight Errol Spence Jr.
Yeah.
Now I know that you got to be favoring the smaller guys because you were not the biggest guy in boxing, but yet you turn out to be one of the big ones because of your experience, your boxing skills, and your punching power. You are definitely one of the better ones out there. So what do you say about tonight's fight? What's your take on it?
I think it's going to be a very interesting fight. I believe Mikey is a more skillful fighter, and I believe his precise punching and his power is going to be the difference.
Right. Okay, so now you say the difference, and you say punching power difference, and how do you figure this fight? I mean, because of his arms, he's got shorter arms, doesn't have the height. So he's just a right fit for Errol Spence as far as not favoring Errol Spence, but he's going to favor Michael Carbajal because he's going to work his way in there like a little pit bull. Now, will you think he'll be running? Will he be the aggressor, or will he be a runner tonight?
That's a real question.
I believe that Errol Spence is going to put pressure on Mikey because he believes that Mikey's too small for him.
You can try walk him down.
Okay, but do you think now you being a fighter, me being the next fighter myself, now we know if you're going to try a certain plan, you're going to try to go after Mikey Garcia, but now Mikey Garcia starts banging you to the body, trying to take your legs away, and then a good hard punches, because Mikey Garcia has a great knockout ratio.
He's got more power than he gets credit for in the build-up to this fight.
Yeah, so now what happens is that now Errol Spence starts getting hit with some of these punches to the body and to the head. Now maybe Errol Spence will not be the aggressor anymore. Now he got to start backtracking, and Mikey Garcia will be the aggressor. Do you see that happening?
But I never really saw Mikey put any pressure on anybody. But if he has to do that, I believe he can do it. I just see a lot because what I really look at it is because what I saw what Cal Brook was doing to Errol Spence, and Cal Brook does not have nothing even close to Mikey Garcia's sharpness.
Agreed.
So I think that's going to give Errol Spence a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's going to have to probably go to Plan B, and Plan B would be, let me backpedal here a little bit and use a little bit more defense.
Well, Plan B against Kell Brook was let me break his eye socket. So, you know what I mean? Like, Errol Spence's power is still a defining factor in this fight.
Yeah, well, Michael, I tell you, tonight's fight is going to be so interesting just because of the style of the fighters. But you know what I like about this fight, Michael? They're both in their prime. They're both in their prime, and they're both undefeated. And you know what? Like I said before, somebody's old's got to go. So what's going to happen tonight? Now, I wish I was watching Michael Carbajal fighting tonight.
Yeah,
you would have been the perfect guy out there to be showing these guys all the skills that you had, the big heart. You had so much. I mean, you had so much going for you. Every time I used to watch you, I said, man, this Michael Carbajal, it's got to be going to go down in history, one of the great ones in boxing, even though you were the smallest in the lightest weight classes in boxing, but yet you were so big.
Thank you. Yeah, but, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting fight. If I believe if Mikey can handle the strength of Earl because he's a bigger man, I take Mikey within about 7 rounds.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so you say Mikey will take him in 7 rounds,
Seven rounds.
7 rounds.
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, a lot of people out there say, "Oh, what is Michael Carbajal? Is he crazy or what?"
You should bet on that.
I know they're saying that.
You know what? Michael, but you know what?
I love it.
I kind of got to go along with you. Maybe not by a KO, but I go with Mikey Garcia.
7th round KO.
I go with Mikey Garcia as a unanimous decision. And I think I can see it going down as perhaps maybe the fight of the year. It looks that way on paper anyway.
Yeah, it does look like that in paper, and I believe it is going to be a great fight because Errol Spence loves to fight.
Right.
He loves to be in there and trying to knock his opponent out. So that's what he's going to do to Mikey. And plus, just because he's going to think that Mikey's too small until he feels Mikey's power, and that's what's going to make it a great fight.
Agreed.
Okay, Mikey Garcia is definitely going to be one of the good ones. In the world of boxing, definitely is a Hall of Famer, 4-time world champion, 4 different weight classes
tonight.
And he's going for his 5th. Like Manny Pacquiao had 8, so Mikey still got a long ways to go, even though if he wins tonight. Okay, Michael, I want to thank you so much for being on the show today. And we'll talk to you soon.
You,
God bless.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're the best, buddy. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, fans, we're going to go into a little brief commercial, and we're going to talk more about tonight's fight. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Coming soon, La Mansión Luxurious Assisted Living Residence is nestled on the northwest part of Las Vegas. La Mansión provides luxurious accommodations coupled with optimal care. Residents needing assisted care can rest easily knowing exceptional care is our standard. La Mansión strives to help residents forget they're living in an assisted living residence and works to create an atmosphere reminiscent of a home, better yet vacation. La Mansión is a family-owned and operated assisted living residence dedicated to providing seniors assistance with activities of daily living, such as dressing, bathing, management of medication, while providing high quality of life to all our residents. Our residents consist of 12 luxurious suites and will offer the latest amenities, privacy, and comfort for each of our residents. You can reach us at lamansionlv.com or you can call 702-630-4810 for further information.
Okay, welcome back here again to the Favorite Firm Show here with Joe Cortez and my co-host John Zimmel. Having a good time here today, talking about up-and-coming fight tonight. It's going to be one of the good ones.
I'm so excited, man. This is the first time we've ever had two guests in the same show. I don't know, but most of our avid fans would know that, but it's really exciting. I mean, we've never done that, and I'm glad that we did it. This is one of those fights that's going to stick in the minds of a lot of fight fans for a long time. Win, lose, draw, no matter what happens. This is the thing we'll compare everybody moving up for 2 weight classes to for a long time. I'm very excited to be a part of this, and I'm very proud of Mikey to daring to be great, and I wish we all did that a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said before, boxing is such a great sport. I mean, you get two great fighters in their prime. They're both undefeated. I mean, good knockout ratios for their wins. I mean, with Errol Spence Jr. 24-0 record and Mikey Garcia with 39-0 record, and it's going to be a good fight. But you can't forget, fans, that tonight's fight is going to be a good one on pay-per-view. Don't miss it, because if you do, you're probably going to miss the
fight of the year. Baby. You got Mikey by decision?
I got Mikey by a decision. And
I got Errol in the 10th.
Okay, guys. So anyway, with that said, guys, keep your guards up at all times. Protect us at all times. And remember, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Keep watching us around the world, listening to us around the world. We're going to be undisputed champions with a 100% knockout ratio. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.
Fair but firm with the Hall of Fame boxing referee. I'm Joe Cortez for all of Las Vegas. Come on, guys. Let's touch them up. Clean fight. I'm Joe Cortez. Fair but firm.